kids! Today we are going to study environmental studies looking around. Our today's science topic is chapter number 11, Sunita in Space. I hope you must be remembering that we had covered few parts of the chapter in previous part of the video. Today we are going to continue with further. In previous part of the video, we had learned the aerial view of Earth. We discussed about globe and also about solar system. Now, let us proceed further. Our today's first topic is satellites. Do you know what are satellites? Satellites are heavenly bodies that revolve around planets. You must be remembering, heavenly body that revolve around sun is called planets. But if heavenly body is revolving around planet, then it is called satellite. There are two kinds of satellite, natural satellite and artificial satellite. Natural satellites are provided by nature. For example, moon. Artificial satellites are made by human beings for different purposes. Example, communication satellite. So first picture is of moon. That is a natural satellite. And second picture is of a satellite that is made by a man, and that's why it is called artificial satellite. Now, I was having one question that how we can go in space? Yes, two very important things that are required to go in space is spaceship and space suit. These are two very important things without which we cannot go in space. Let us now see examples of people who went to space. Do you know who she is? Yes, she is Kalpana Chawla. She was the first woman to go in space. Now, who she is? Oh yes, I have told you in previous parts of the video. She is Sunita Williams. Now, we are going to learn about Sunita Williams talking with Sunita. When Sunita Williams came to India, thousands of children like Uzera and Shamir got a chance to meet her. Sunita says that her friend Kalpana Chawla wanted to come India and meet children. She came to India to fulfill Kalpana's dream. So, Sunita Williams was friend of Kalpana Chawla and she fulfilled the dream of Kalpana Chawla. How? Let us see. With the help of one video.
So this is Node 2. This is a really cool module. Of course, most of these modules you'll see they have four sides and they're put together. That way we could sort of work on a flat plane, either a wall, a floor, another wall, or the ceiling. But, you know, again, all you have to do is turn yourself and your reference changes. The reason I'm bringing that up is because this is where 4 out of 6 of us sleep. And so people always ask about sleeping in space. Do you lie down? Are you in a bed? Not really, because it doesn't matter. You don't really have the sensation of lying down. You just sit in your sleeping bag. So here's one sleep station right here. I'm going in right now. You can follow me if you want. So I'm inside. It's sort of like a little phone booth, but it's pretty comfy. I've got a sleeping bag right here that we sleep in, so we don't have sort of like a little bit of a cover. We don't fly all over the place. But you can sleep in any orientation. I have it feeling like I'm standing up right now, but like you saw, I'm on the floor. But it doesn't matter if I turn over and I sleep upside down. I don't have any sensation in my head that tells me that I'm upside down, so it really doesn't matter. The sleep station is also like a little office. We've got a computer in here. As you can see, we've got a couple little toys. I've got some books. I've got some clothes and other things that make it sort of like home. I'm coming out. And just for reference, that's one sleep station. This one's another. Right here. There's one on the ceiling, if you want to call it. Right here. And then there's a fourth on the other wall over here. So all of us sleep in a little bit of a circle. All right, come on back. There's more to show you. I know that there's some questions about how to use the bathroom and how do you actually live in space like normal, like at home. I mentioned real quickly about getting up in the morning and brushing your teeth and washing your face. Well, how do you do that? Well, here is the bathroom, essentially. You get up in the morning and we have a little kit, and it has all the essential things that you need, like your toothbrush and toothpaste and brush. See how much better the brush makes my hair look? I'm just joking. It still stands up straight. It doesn't matter where you are. It's always going to stand up straight while you're up in space. A lot of people ask about toothbrush and toothpaste. So, luckily enough, toothpaste, you can do it upside right this way, is sticky, and so it sticks to your toothbrush. No problem. Another cool thing is that water sticks to your toothbrush too. If you can see it, I'll have some water come out. The water is pretty neat up in space. It'll stick to your toothbrush, and it will make a big bubble. And that's just by surface tension. And then you can drink it.
Okay, wasn't it amazing? Actually, this was the live video that was shared by Sunita Williams from the space to share her experience. So let us see what she told. We could not sit at one place. We kept floating in the spaceship from one end to another. Sunita Williams could not sit at one place, and that was really difficult to stay like that in space. Water too doesn't stay at one place. It floats around as blobs. As we had seen in the video, the water has turned into a water blob. To wash our face or hands, we had to catch these blobs and wet paper with them. We ate very differently there. The real fun was when all of us would float into the dining area of the spaceship and catch the floating food packets. So, as we can see, as we had seen, that the Sunita Williams was floating in the spaceship, right? So, it was looking amazing. In a space, there was no need to use a comb. My hair kept standing all the time. Not being able to walk, we had to get used to floating around. We had to learn to do simple things differently. To stay at one place, we had to strap ourselves there. Papers also had to be stuck to the wall in spaceship. It was a lot of fun living in space, but it was difficult too. Right? So, her journey to space was really amazing. But I was wondering, why they could not stand or sit at one place? Yes, exactly. This is because of gravity. Gravity is force that attracts everything towards the surface of Earth, and it was discovered by Isaac Newton. So, our Earth has one special force that is called gravitational force that attracts everything towards itself. Now, kids, let us see few more examples of astronaut. Who is he? Yes, he is Rakesh Sharma. He was the first Indian to go in space. Next one is Neil Armstrong. You must be aware about him. Who was he? He was actually the first man to walk on moon. Moon is a natural satellite of Earth. I have explained to you this in the previous part of the video. So, Neil Armstrong was the first man to walk on moon. And do you know Chandrayaan 1 was the first Indian spaceship to reach moon. Moon has different phases. It do not remain same every day. It keeps on changing. Various festivals are celebrated based on moon like Karwa Chauth and Eid. Now, here is one interview of Sunita Williams. Let us have a look on it. When Sunita was 5 years old, she saw a picture of Neil Armstrong landing on the moon. In 1969, Neil Armstrong was first man to walk on moon. Like any other child, Sunita was also fascinated. Sunita says that when she was a young girl, she really loved sports and swimming. She was never too interested in studies. After high school, Sunita wanted to be a diver, but she could not get into that course. Instead, she became a helicopter pilot. So we are learning about the journey of Sunita Williams. She was very much attracted towards the Neil Armstrong, and she was never interested that much in studies. She always wanted to become a diver, but when she did not got chance, she became helicopter pilot. One day she found out that if she studied and trained for it, she could join a space mission, and that it was she did. In 2007, Sunita Williams set a new record for the longest space flight by a woman. Sunita often give her own example to tell children, if you want something but you get something else, do not give up. Do your best and things will work out. When Sunita was asked by children what would she like to do in future, she answered, I want to become a school teacher, so that she could make children understand how science and maths are closely linked to our life. So, the story of Sunita Williams help us to know that if you want something but you get something else, do not give up. Don't lose hope. Do your best. Things will definitely work out. So, I hope this chapter is clear to you all. Thank you.